Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Steve.
And Mark.
Smokeysteveandmarc.
We were just doing a quick check-in.
We're here in real time,
real time,
We are here
yes.
sitting around on Saturday night.
It is Saturday.
About 10 p.m.
Which makes me think I had to re-edit some of your video.
Yeah.
Because this was supposed to be up last night. As you might be aware, we were actually experiencing some technical difficulties recently.
Yeah.
We think we zeroed it in and figured it out finally. Because I thought, I predominantly film everything on my phone.
Yeah.
We have a camera, we have Steve's, we have my, but
yeah, we have extra microphones and we have other
microphones,
things we add with
all that.
But we use the phone to record.
Yeah. We figured out that it's none of that, but a Wi-Fi. So I had my phone on data, and I don't know why I didn't put it on data, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, all the editing that I do in my editing software runs on Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. And when there's a problem with the Wi-Fi, it makes it more difficult. And what was happening was everything that I was editing was not being saved, and I had to go back and redo it. And so then I got privy to it, and I started checking it, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. I think today was a lot better, and I think that I think we figured it out, but you don't know. Like, this video was already done and everything, but it was just like 2 a.m. last night.
Yeah, it was 2 a.m. It's like, we're not.
I still had other stuff to finish. Oh, it was just crazy. But anyway, so we just have a different little lineup for you. We thought we'd tell you we're going to what we're going to do.
The tentative schedule.
The tentative schedule for the countdown to the big day. So obviously tonight, Steve will be with you tonight. Tomorrow, oh yes, Sunday, 6 o'clock. Jack-o'-lantern carving live stream. You have your pumpkins already? I know you do. So we'll see you tomorrow at 6 live. Mm-hmm. Mondays with Mark, I'll be with you for some last-minute Halloween hacks. Mm-hmm. And then Tuesday will be our runway. Oh, yes.
You can't rush fashion, so of all the things, it needed the most love.
Yes, it did. So I wanted it to be nice. Normally in the past, we used to always do our runway on Halloween.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be a few days earlier this year. Because, maybe you'll get an idea for a costume or something,
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, we'll be back with something Halloween-y special. Ooh, it's going to be cool. And then, of course, Thursday, it's the big day.
Halloween.
It's Halloween. And you'll not only get to see our new car, but we're going to cruise around our town.
Halloween decorations.
Yes, and see all the Halloween
see what there is
displays.
To see.
So we just wanted to fill you in on what was happening. Let you know what's going on. That was it.
Thanks, and enjoy the video.
Yes, on with the show.
Hello, everyone. I'm Steve. Mark's around. Say hi, Mark.
Howdy, everybody.
And this is Smokeysteveandmarc. Welcome back, and happy Thursday. Friday. Oh my God, we're losing track. Happy Friday. I had a short day today, and welcome to another Steve Will Try It. So tonight, in honor of it also being National Cookie Month this October, we're going to be doing some double stack cookies. Actually, the technique is a double stack cookie hack. We'll get there, don't worry about it. It starts with using just plain old refrigerator doughs, like we have here. So Pillsbury is the one we'll be using. We have one of these, just chocolate chip, and then we got a peanut butter, and then a sugar cookie one also. So we're gonna see how this goes. Now you can obviously pick up for any season. We're doing Halloween with some Halloween decorations, but there's all sorts of sporting events, holidays, whatever you want to do. Put a Christmas tree on it, all of a sudden it's a holiday. So you can play with it doing that too. So I like cookies, I like sweet things, and I'm also more of a semi-homemade cook, certainly more than Mark is. The kitchen is not my strongest suit, though I do like to cook, so we're gonna pop in. We're gonna talk about the stacking techniques. There is two cookies going into the oven at the same, one cookie going in, par cooked, put another piece of dough on top, and then you have a cookie. The other technique is that we are going to bake a cookie flat all the way through, and then pat down some of the raw dough, it's pasteurized, and then put it on top. Let it sit, and then you get that kind of raw dough. Allegedly, you get the raw dough feeling on the top, the underbaked kind of tastiness, and then on the bottom you have a chocolate chip cookie. So we're going to go into the kitchen, put those together, see what floats, what sinks, and then I'll be back with a review afterwards. Considering my level of ability, that creates context for the review as well. All right. Double stack, double stack, double stack hack. Double stack, double stack, double stack hack. Double stack, double stack, double stack hack. It's the Pillsbury double stack cookie attack. Double stack hack. Are you tired of the same old cookies?
Well, I mean, they're good and all, but I don't know. Well, yeah,
Yep, plain old cookies. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a freshly baked cookie, but how about 2 cookies in 1?
What?
When it comes to dessert, make it a double. Introducing the Pillsbury Double Stack Cookie Hack. These cookies are an amazing mashup of flavors that are super simple to make. Using Pillsbury ready-to-bake cookie dough, of course.
Oh man, I gotta see this!
Who has all day to make homemade cookies?
Certainly not me. Ugh.
And the mess it could take a whole other just to clean up.
This is terrible.
When your guests eat these double stack cookies, they will think you spent all day in the kitchen, but they come together in a snap.
Had to get that one in there.
It's as simple as stacking one type of dough onto another.
Holy heck, is that easy?
In any flavor combination you want.
My gosh, I could do chocolate chip with peanut butter. I could do double chocolate with sugar. I could do cookies and cream with peanut butter. That would be a good one. There's just so many. I don't know. Oh my.
This incredibly easy process makes the double stack cookie hack ideal when you're pressed for time. They're also just perfect for the beginner baker. No need to stress over precise measurements or all those complicated recipe techniques.
Water, and then you
I mean, double stack cookies are so simple to make, even a total idiot could make them.
Even me?
Even you.
The Pillsbury double stack cookie hack.
Double stack, double stack hack. Double stack, double stack, double stack hack. Double stack, double stack, double stack. All right, we are in the kitchen and we are going to get started with our double stack cookie hack. This is right up Steve's alley. It's got some pre-made ingredients and some pretty simple directions. So what are we going to need for it? Well, as you can see, Pillsbury with the focus. And so we have our Pillsbury pre-made cookie doughs made out. These are the kind you buy in the refrigerator section. Each one comes with 24 cookies. And we have sugar. Sugar's not there. Sugar with sprinkly stuff on top. These are peanut butter with some googly eyes on a few of them, you'll see. And these are chocolate chips, straight up original. So stacked cookies involve stacking. So we're going to go through this slowly because Steve needs to go through it slowly too. So some of these need to be baked. They all need to be baked. And then when they come out, add another layer to the top and put in. There's a cute, tasty raw one. We'll do it last. But the gist is you're stacking your things. So let's go for an example. All right. So since the first step for these is to bake them about halfway and then stack the other cookie on top, you're going to put them apart about 2 inches. We're going to go for 8. Use parchment. You'll thank me later. It's a great way for moderately good cooks to make decently looking cookies. So these are the 8 chocolate chip that we have. I'm going to bake these. The oven is preset for 350. These are going to go in for 9 minutes. They're not going to be done. We're going to take them out, and then we're going to add another piece of cookie onto the top of it and bake it for the rest of the time, from another 9 to 11 minutes. So we'll get as far as baking these, and we'll come back. We are at 8 minutes. Okay, so there are our chocolate chip cookies. They're half done now. This was 9 minutes. So we're going to go in with the doubles part, the stacker. So we have these peanut butter cookies with these cute little googly eyes. So we're going to put that on top of there. Get the big googly eye, put him over here. Pat them in a little bit. They are going to melt together into the oven, so don't get too geeked out about they're not exactly symmetrical or anything like that. Don't worry. Don't worry. And obviously, if you have a creative mind, you can mix it up and use different cookies, different doughs, different decorations. You know, we put eyes on it, but if it's Christmas time, put a tree on it. Ta-da! Easy breezy. So these smell so good. Okay, now these, now that they're topped, are going to go back into the oven for another 9 to 11 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You know your oven, so keep an eye on the nuances of it. But we're going to go with a pot holder and put it in the oven for another. We'll check it at 9 minutes. All right, so when we have the double stacks going in the oven, we're going to do another round of them where we put a raw piece of dough on top. Pillsbury's dough is pasteurized, so you're actually okay to eat it raw if you want to. And there's always the people that are picking a little bit at this and that. So for the base, again, we're going to use chocolate chip. And again, we're going to go with 8. Make sure we have plenty of room. And these things actually store and freeze very well, too. So if you get them on sale and chuck them in the freezer, we've done that before, too. So now these are going to get baked all the way through. So that will be a total of about 18 to 21 minutes. Again, keep an eye on it. Probably pull it at like 15 or 16. When these are done and flattened out, then we're going to go in with the raw dough. And that'll be kind of fun. So just give me a few minutes. We'll get a few things going. And we're that much closer to something sweet. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so oh my goodness gracious. Those peanut butter ones, the eyes kind of follow you when you move this way or that way. So, looks good. Looks like that just set dough that's always tasty. So, these have to cool for at least 3 minutes. And then after 3 minutes, you can take them off, put them on like a wire rack or something. Make sure oven fresh cookies are so good, so do help yourself. But if you let them cool just a little bit, they'll probably stay together a little bit easier. So, we're going to let these cool. Let me get these out of our way. Now, we bake. These are our extra 8 chocolate chips for our raw toppers. These are going to be baked all the way through. So rather than 9 minutes, you're going to bake it for about 18 straight through. And then we come out and we'll put the toppers on them. Okay? All right, so these are just our plain old little chocolate chip cookies. Ta-da! So, now before we had put these doughs on top and then we had put it back in the oven to bake. These are baked completely at the moment. So we're going to put a raw topping onto it and let it kind of all melt together. So we have 8 chocolate chip. We're going to do 4 of these sugar and 4 of the peanut butter. The suggestion for stacking them is to pat this out a little bit because it's not going to go into the oven and bake with it. So there's our, and that's just going to sit there and just going to kind of melt in allegedly. Let's try a sugar one. The sugar dough is a lot more soft. Flatten it out. Dip your hands in water, spray them with Pam. There's 1,000 tricks just to make sure you're getting it on there. Okay, and of course, as Mark would say, repeat, 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 repeat. Just remember, we're just moving at this pace, and then as long as it's been 3 minutes, you can take them off here and cool, and the carryover cooking from the heat of the cookie should carry it. So I'm going to finish these up, make them pretty, and then we'll sit down and we'll do a review a little later about how this went down. Okay? Ta-da! Okay, so this is how everything came out. So these were the baked partially on the bottom, put the raw dough on top, and then bake it again. So that's how that came out. The cookie on top feels crunchy. They're a little dark on the bottom, but I'll talk about that when we give the rating. Now, one of these other ones, I'll grab a sugar cookie one, is the dough is a little wet. to put the sugar cookie. It's greasy. You know how like if you leave the dough out, it starts to sweat? This started to sweat. I don't know if it was the heat. I don't know if the heat of my hands. I don't know what happened. It's probably good. It is. But for our purposes, I much prefer the cookies that are par baked, put the dough on, and then cook it again. See, like this one's nice. There's a crunchy spot. That's some good stuff. So, let me not be gross. And we're back. So, out of 5, what will I give? It's hard to fight Pillsbury, but I'm going to go 4 out of 5, and here's why. Here's why it's a 4. Pillsbury doughs are delicious. No sponsors. You can eat it raw right out of the thing. You can bake 2 or 3 cookies at once and not have to make the whole recipe. I've made cookies in the Dash. I've made cookies and other stuff. So the doughs are perfectly fine. The directions, which I misunderstood a couple times, of trying to layer up, this is what you bake first, then you put this on top, and then you put it in the oven. And then we had so many variations of them that we were doing. So if you're like me, it's easy to get confused doing that kind of stuff sometimes. But either way, it's cookies. What could be that awful? So the other variable that I'm not going to hold Pillsbury accountable for is that they're dark on the bottom. That's a mixture of my baking skills, or lack of, and the temperature of our oven, the axis tilt of the earth, all the other variables that come with it. So we're not going to put that onto Pillsbury. Maybe a little bit with the directions. If I got confused, you might get confused. So maybe they could be a little more clear. They were embedded into a paragraph, like they often are when you get directions for recipes now, rather than a, you will need, but. So they could have been easier to understand for someone like me. So 4 out of 5. But it's cookies. Raw cookie dough is delicious. But remember, raw cake batter is delicious. But are we serving it to our friends? We want to have something, even if it is tasty, that's also doesn't look greasy. Maybe you could put down and not have it bleed all over the place, oil and stuff. And it's more attractive, I think. So there you have it. 4 out of 5. So thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All our contact information's below. Thanks, and we'll be catching up with you soon. Tomorrow night, we're having our live costume runway show. So it'll be Saturday night. And then Sunday, we'll be going live, and we're going to be doing our live pumpkin carving. So live pumpkin carving is something we've done for years at this point. And it's always good, because Mark and I can, like, barely see the chat to talk. We invite people to get your own pumpkin, paint or carve it yourself, too. And that's what we'll be doing, just that and bullshit for an hour. It'll be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you soon. Bye. Say goodbye, Mark. He's outside. Bye. Ta-da!